the sound of the opposition. Is that possibly your sweetest win as United head coach?
Yeah, it was a tough game for us today. I think we knew that really coming. It was never going to be the perfect kind of game for us. We gave it kind of less than 2 weeks, so we knew coming here we were going to have to kind of draw on so many different things to get a performance to then be able to get the result. And it was up and down at times. There was some really good things in the game for us, things we can work on, but the way the boys were, the belief, the confidence, the kind of the spirit, everything that came together made me really proud today.
It felt like Arsenal fans were quite edgy, even at 1-0 up and they're going through the time. Do you feel as though you capitalised on that edginess, that anxiety in the stadium?
I just think we understood the game, the flow of the game, and at times, we're going to be feeling a little bit up against it and digging in, and then we wanted to try and take control as well. And away from home, in these big games, you got to take an element of control and calm things down a little bit. And I thought we did enough in the game to then grow into the game and. Defend, but it was just a performance with a bit of everything, really.
Chris, could you ever have thought that your first 2 games would end up with wins over at Man City and Arsenal?
Yeah, well, I understand there were two tough games to start with. We've got tough games coming up, so it's I understood that, but best ones to win, so in terms of getting that feeling and that emotion, that confidence and that lift, so yeah, the boys have been fantastic. As I said, lasting 2 weeks together to put things in place and to try to do the things we've asked. And as I said, there's still layers that we want to get to and we want to improve. But in terms of kind of what it's taken to win these 2 games, they've done great.
2 fantastic strikes with the second 2 goals. You've been doing more shooting in
I can't take any credit for them 2 finishes. The move for Pat was a really good move, and the connection through the pitch, and but to finish it like the way he did was some finish, and you get there where kind of takes your breath away a little bit, catches you out, and it was a good start the second half. And then Matheus coming on, having a big impact again like he did last week, creating a goal last week. I just fancied him to come out his feet. I really fancied him to score, and again, fantastic finish, and kind of epitomises probably what, as a group, what we've been like this week. Matheus has not started both games, but he's had a real big impact. He's been disappointed not to start, but he's used it in a really good way. And, 2 huge moments, and he totally deserves that winning goal for that. How he's applied himself all week, and I'm absolutely delighted for him.
Michael, you took over a team that had a run of kind of disappointing results at home. There's no getting away from that recently against teams most would expect to be. What do you think these 2 wins said in terms of a statement about where this team are? Because I think teams will probably look at them and maybe the fear factor of gone against Man United this season. Teams will come into Old Trafford and fancy their chances. Do you think these 2 wins have kind of sent a statement about where this team are?
I think it's more about the feeling that gives us, really, as a group, and the players and as a club, and certainly the supporters. It's my concerns more that of how that can bring us together and lift us in a real positive manner. And listen, I'm not getting carried away. We've got some bigger games coming up, because every next game's the bigger game. So we're not getting carried away. We've got really important things coming up that we need to kind of keep improving with. So 2 massive games. There's a lot of emotion and a lot of energy and a lot of confidence that you can take from that, but be humble and understand how we've got these results is really important moving forward.
We'll go Mark and then last question for Carl.
Michael, what's your instinct then to ride momentum or to calm it down? Because at the end of the Champions League, so
I didn't hear what you said. The chanting what? Oh, okay.
What's your challenge now? Is it top 4? Is it to keep momentum going on?
I think I know from our perspective, it's just moving forward to the next game, right? Get this next week. As I said, it's been less than 2 weeks that we've been together, so it's just keep getting good habits, really, and good routines, good habits. The boys have been fantastic with that. I don't think we can look too far ahead. We certainly won't be anyway. It's a big week leading up to Fulham and games coming up, so we'll finish where we finish by getting the results. And I know that's kind of obvious, but looking too far ahead can come back and bite you, really. So we've taken this week by week, game by game. We'll certainly continue to do that. But we've got to ride it. You've got to use the emotion. You've got to use the energy. You've got to use the confidence. But like I just said, you've got to be humble enough to understand how we've just achieved these two big results. And it doesn't just come easy. So we need to continue that and bottle it and use it again.
Some of those negatives, like the FA Cups earlier, they can have play to advantage. Each got 15 games, so that's focus purely on league.
Yeah, it's a clear focus. I said that, starting last week. It's a clear focus, and everything's in front of us now. Nothing's going to change, but it's a good start. We just got to keep building. I said last week was a good start, and building on that, we've built on it a bit. We need to continue to do that in the weeks coming up.
Mr. Carrick, another good team performance. Could you share a little bit more about what you made of Patrick Dorgu today? Yeah,
Pat's been a big player for us over the last couple of games. I think in so many ways, if attacking wise, obviously he scored 2 goals, but I think in terms of the threat and his athleticism and his quality coming in as well, and connections, I think defensively he's been immense as well, down the side with Luke and doubling up against 2 teams that ask a lot of questions down the side. So it's a big job for him, and delighted for him, because the 2 goals he scored, very different goals, but he kind of get that because he's put so much into the performances. It's nice to see him smiling and happy. He obviously came off with hopefully a little bit of cramp, but hopefully it's nothing worse. But he ended up coming up. But I think it just shows what he's put in really to the performance. But yeah, absolutely delighted for him, and just hopefully he's not too bad.
So more cramp than a suspected hamstring?
At this stage, it's hard to tell. Excuse me. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, for sure, we're hoping that it's not too bad.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Cheers, guys. See you in a bit.